Second glad tiding that Allah Azza Jal has promised to the person who fasts during the month of Ramadan. He says that I will give that person a glad tiding when he meets me himself, when he meets his Rabb, when he meets Allah Azza Jal. My dear brothers, the Prophet of Allah Sallallahu Ta'ala Sallam is reported to have said that Allah likes the smell of the person, of a mouth, the smell coming from a person's mouth when he is fasting during the month of Ramadan. And the Prophet of Allah Sallallahu Ta'ala Sallam has said that fasting is a shield for us. It is a way of protecting us. It is a way of getting us together, my dear brothers. Alhamdulillah, at the beginning of the Bayan, I mentioned to you a hadith in which Hazrat Jibreel Islam came to the Prophet of Allah Sallallahu Ta'ala Sallam and said, woe unto him who a month of Ramadan comes and a month of Ramadan goes and he fails to get his sins forgiven. And the Prophet of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Ameen. My dear brothers, this month of Ramadan, it comes once a year. It is a golden opportunity for us to attain as much blessings as we can during this month of Ramadan. And my dear brothers, within this beautiful environment of Dawat-e-Islami, there are many more opportunities of taking the full benefit of this month of Ramadan. Within this beautiful environment of Dawat-e-Islami, during the month of Ramadan, you will be able to travel in the way of Allah. You will be able to travel in the Madani Qaflas and again get extra blessings during the month of Ramadan. My dear brothers, the mission of Dawat-e-Islami is not only to rectify oneself, because the majority of the people that come in to Dawat-e-Islami, that attain this whole of Dawat-e-Islami, they come here, why? To rectify themselves. They want to rectify themselves. They realize that they are making mistakes and they want to rectify themselves. But when you come into this beautiful environment of Dawat-e-Islami, when you begin to rectify yourself, then Ameer-e-Ahl-e-Sunnat, may Allah be pleased with him, he puts a pain in our heart, something in our heart. And that pain in our heart, it says to you that Alhamdulillah, you are now going on the right path. You're on the Sirat al-Mustaqim. You're beginning to fast. You're beginning to pray. You're beginning to grow the beard. You're beginning to wear the Imam Ashif. But what about your unfortunate Muslim brothers that are out there? And then, my dear brothers, the true mission statement of Dawat-e-Islami comes into you. And the mission statement, my dear brother, is that I must try to rectify myself and the people of the whole world, inshallah. My dear brothers, to rectify ourselves, we must fill in the Madani Namat cards. Those who have not attained a Madani Namat card, my humble request to all the Islamic brothers and the watchers of the Madani channel is to find your local area Zimadar, get a Madani Namat card of him. Ask him to explain to you how to fill in the Madani Namat card and try and fill this Madani Namat card on a monthly basis. Fill it in daily and hand it into your local Zimadar on a monthly basis. And also, my dear brothers, to rectify the people of the whole world, travel in the Madani Qaflas. My dear brothers, sacrifice just 3 days of your life every month and travel in the Madani Qaflas. And you will see a change not only in yourself, you will see a change in the environment, the people around you. In the UK, my dear brothers, those people that have been fortunate enough to travel on the Madani Qaflas, I have had experience that when they leave the masjid to go home on the final day of the Madani Qafla, I have seen many brothers that are crying. Crying because they do not want to go home. Crying because they love the environment of the Madani Qafla. My humble request to each and every person that is listening, the watchers of Madani channel, during this month of Ramadan, and every month after this, make an intention today that you will travel in the Madani Qaflas for at least 3 days during the month of Ramadan. My dear brothers, and the spirit of Ramadan. During the month of Ramadan, Alhamdulillah, many of us, we read the Quran. Many of us will take that book off the shelf that maybe has not been off that shelf for 12 months. We take the book off the shelf, we blow the dust off the book, and we read the book during the month of Ramadan. Many of us will do extra nafil prayers during the month of Ramadan. Many of us will do extra ibadat during the month of Ramadan. But my dear brothers, as soon as the moon is sighted for Eid, then once again, we put the book away. Then once again, we put our jar namaz away. Then once again, we put our prayer mat away. And again, we go back to our own ways. My dear brothers, this is not the way. My dear brothers, this month of Ramadan, make a firm intention that not only are we going to become closer to Allah Azza wa Jal, not only are we going to fulfill that commandment which Allah Azza wa Jal has said, that fasting during this month will begin piety within you, will bring you closer to Allah Azza wa Jal, will please Allah Azza wa Jal. Not only am I going to do this during this month of Ramadan, but inshallah Azza wa Jal, after the month of Ramadan, I will do my utmost best to follow the commands of Allah Azza wa Jal, to pray 5 times a day, to be in the masjid as much as possible. My dear brothers, I see this. One brother said to me once that the month of Ramadan is like a fitness test. In the UK, every car has a fitness test every 12 months. And at the end of the fitness test, the examiner, he gives you a certificate. And on this certificate, he says that this car is now fit to drive on the road for the next 12 months. He is certified that this car is safe. My dear brothers, Ramadan is such a month. Ramadan is such a month that we can examine ourselves. Ramadan is such a month that we can get ourselves fit and strong and ready and healthy, spiritually strong, so that when the month of Ramadan comes, when this blessing month is not with us, we are strong enough in our iman that we can continue in the same manner for the remaining 11 months until the month of Ramadan comes again. My humble request to each and every one of you is to attain the blessings of this month as much as possible. Travel in the Madani Kafilas, visit your local ijtimas and attend these ijtimas on a weekly basis, my dear brothers. Alhamdulillah, these weekly ijtimas are not just happening in Pakistan. These weekly ijtimas are happening throughout the whole world. Alhamdulillah, as we speak, Dawat-e-Islam, the message of Dawat-e-Islami is spread to over 70 countries in the world. And as we speak, there are requests coming from other countries around the world requesting brothers from Dawat-e-Islami to please bring the Madani Kafilas to these countries. They're requesting them to please travel to these countries. And inshallah, this number of 70 that we hear today, within a few months, this again will continue to increase. And within a short period of time, my dear brothers, this number will increase so that every country of the world will have heard the message of Dawat-e-Islami. My dear brothers, spreading this message comes with a sacrifice. We have to sacrifice some of our time, my dear brothers. We have to leave the comfort of our homes, the comfort of our beds, and travel in the Madani Kafilas. By traveling in the Madani Kafilas, not only will we rectify ourselves, but with this mission, with this aim that Ameer-e-Ahl-e-Sunnat has bestowed upon us, if we travel in the Madani Kafilas, then not only will we improve ourselves, inshallah, we will play our part in rectifying the whole of the world, inshallah. My dear brothers, I pray to Allah that during this short bayan that I've made, if I've made any mistakes, then I ask Allah to forgive me. And I also make a humble request to all the Islamic brothers and watchers of the Madani channel, that to take something from what I have said today, that to take the benefits of the month of Ramadan, to take the blessings of Ramadan, to not waste this golden opportunity that we have. That who knows, my dear brothers, that when the next month comes, when next year comes, maybe before then, the angel of death has visited us, and we will not be able to attain these blessings again. Think to yourself for one moment that we all can remember somebody that was with us last Ramadan that is not with us in this year. And who knows that next year we will maybe be among the list of those people who are not going to be able to see the blessed month of Ramadan. So with this in mind, my dear brothers, please take full opportunity, take full blessings of this month of Ramadan. Come and join the Madani Kafilas of Dawat-e-Islami. Travel with them. And by traveling in these Madani Kafilas, once again, you will become a traveler in the way of Allah Azza wa Jal, and you will attain so much blessings. You will learn as well in these Madani Kafilas of how we should live our lives and how we should follow the sunnah of the Prophet of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So my humble request to all the watchers of Madani channel is please continue to watch this channel. Continue to learn about the sunnah of the Prophet of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and sacrifice some of your time and travel in the Madani Kafilas and come to the weekly ijtimas on a weekly basis and attain the blessings of these ijtimas as well. Ameen, bijahi Nabi al-Ameen, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam.